Hey everyone, really excited to do this breakdown, so let's get right into it. Okay, so I'm attacking from the turtle position here. I've got my overarm going over the top around the waist and my underarm going through under the armpit and grabbing the far shoulder. A couple of really important things here. One is that my overarm is back far enough that they can't come up and trap my elbow and roll me. And my underarm is coming through under the armpit and across, which is typically not an area that people will defend as much because I'm not trying to get wrist control on them, and I'm not coming over the arm around the neck where I would typically be trying to choke them. So this is a place that you can get an opening by moving your partner around and making them create a wide base where you can insert your hands in like this. From here I'm going to drop and I'm going to block their knee and roll them over to the other side. And now as I come up, it's really important, I'm driving into them on my toes. And from a perspective of a pin, this is an extremely tight position. I've got basically a bear hug on them and kind of this shoulder hold Kata Gatame kind of variation position. I'm driving into them off off my toes. And they're kind of slightly turned away from me, so it's extremely difficult for them to move in this scenario, and it's a really excellent pin. Let's look at this again from a different angle and how we're going to set up our choke. So there I roll them over, I'm driving up into my toes, and now I'm going to drop down onto that knee into almost more of this more classic Kata Gatame position. From here my hand comes out and slides up for the triangle arm choke. Now, if at any time I feel like when I have the pin or the choke, my partner is going to start turning away from me and getting belly down, and I'm going to lose either one, I will transition to the back take. So let's again look at this from another angle. Alright, so here you can see my hands come through. I block that knee as I roll them over. Alright, he's traveling. I'm coming up, driving through those toes. Alright, and now I'm going to transition to that back take if he starts to move away from me. So that knee slides in deep, I clear the leg, bring my bottom leg across the hip line here, and then I start isolating the arms and going through and finishing with the Let's take a look at that again in a little more slow motion. So you can see my bottom leg is coming across that hip line, my top leg is coming over. I'm going to start isolating this top hand. Alright, so I bring it down. Alright, I get hand control here. I'm going to use that to push it into my leg so I can trap it. Alright, and then I'll bring both legs over to cinch it up. Okay, now my other arm extracts through and I start coming in and I replace my hands. So my top hand becomes my choking hand now, and my bottom hand comes down and isolates the other hand. So now I've got the choke and I've got both hands isolated. So that's it. I hope you guys liked this video and the breakdown. Let me know in the comments what you think and if you like this style of video and the voiceover. Thanks everybody. Take care. Bye.